What is up, guys? Rick Cacus here, and today we have something pretty crazy to talk about. When you start Destiny 2, you might not have a ghost. Now that sounds crazy. Our ghosts have been our constant companions throughout the 3-year history of the original Destiny. The ghost is such a powerful figure in Destiny. There is essentially no cutscenes in this game where your ghost doesn't at least chime in. In fact, your ghost speaks for you. Your main character doesn't say much, in fact not really anything at all. It's your ghost who expresses the emotions and opinions that the character is often feeling in many scenarios. And so, why would such a powerful and important piece of the Destiny universe not be in Destiny 2? Right? Like, it doesn't make sense. Well, go back and look at the Destiny 2 trailers. Either one, the original Last Call one or the world premiere trailer, and you'll notice there is not one single ghost. How crazy is that? Not one ghost, a constant companion. We are never not in the presence of our ghosts, but in the Destiny 2 trailers, not a single Guardian has a ghost present. Why is that? Why would every single Guardian not have their ghost? Now, it may well be that that's just what the trailer shows. That Bungie thought a bunch of ghosts flying around would look a little bit weird, and so they made the choice to just not include them. That apparently everyone has their ghost packed away. No one is taking out their ghost. No one's going to orbit in the Destiny 2 trailer. But again, it strikes me as odd. Additionally, you see almost no abilities being used in the trailers. You see Ikora use her lightning melee, of course, classic Warlock, against one Cabal, but that is pretty much it. There is not a bunch of people popping supers. I didn't really see anyone running around with hammers, which seemed like a very useful strategy if there's a bunch of Cabal everywhere, popping your hammers. No Fists of Havoc, no golden guns. Really, again, no abilities at all. And actually, there's a very good reason for why A, you don't have your ghosts and you don't see any ghosts in the trailer, and B, why you don't see many ability usages as well. And that's because of what's actually happening with the Destiny 2 storyline, which is based around one pivotal moment, which we very well see in the trailer, which is the Cabal invasion of the last city. So the Cabal Red Guard, led by the leader Ghaul, otherwise known as Garry, has invaded the last city. We see this very clearly within the trailer. However, there seems to be a little bit more going on than your typical invasion, because when we look at an official Amazon posting showcasing information about Destiny 2, so this is just on the Amazon website, and this is from Bungie, from Activision, kind of in the About the Game section. One line really stands out here and kind of makes sense with what we're seeing with the no ghosts and no abilities. It says, Ghaul strips the Guardians, strips the city's Guardians of their power. What is your power in Destiny? How do you get all these crazy abilities? It's the light. It's the light. It's the Traveler. That's how you get your abilities in Destiny. You weren't just born able to throw flaming hammers. You were blessed with the light in Destiny. You were blessed by the Traveler. That's how you're able to get these abilities. Normal citizens of the last city do not get these abilities. It is only the Guardians. It is only us who have been infused with the light. What is our main conduit to the light? Our main connection to the light? Our ghost. It sticks with us all the time. It literally revives us from the dead in the original opening scene of Destiny, and then we start off on our adventure. So the ghost is your main connection with the light. So what that line says, that Ghaul strips Guardians of their power, it's stripping us of our light. The light is the power. There's no other connection to make. Your power isn't your cool helmet. I mean, yeah, your helmet could be pretty cool, especially if you got the Kurozen helmet. That's another topic. But your power is really the light. So what that line essentially is saying is that Ghaul strips the Guardians of their light. And we actually see this. We see this in the trailer. We see the Traveler burning. We see the Traveler under attack. It is clearly not doing well after this invasion. The Cabal have done something to it. It really does look like there's some sort of shield or cage around the Traveler. If you look at it right now, you can see these lines connecting. It almost looks like there's a mesh around the Traveler, in which case that would sever our connection to the light by literally blocking it out with some sort of device. Hurting the Traveler or severing our connection with the Traveler is how the Cabal have cut off our power, how the Cabal have cut off our dependence and our connection with the Traveler's light. Therefore, we don't have ghosts. You don't see them in the trailer. They're not working. They're idle. And we're going to have to go back and regain this power, relearn power, or perhaps dabble in the darkness. We've got to get our power some way. We've got to strike back against the Cabal some way. Perhaps going to our old friends, the Fallen, who weren't all bad. Varix is one of them, maybe teaming up with the Fallen to fight the Cabal. The Fallen are obsessed with the Traveler. This is well known in the lore that they are really obsessed with the Traveler. They follow it across the galaxy to try to gain its power, to gain the knowledge that kind of we have. Because according to the lore, the Fallen actually had the Traveler first, and then it left them and came to us. So maybe the preservation of the Traveler in general would be important enough to the Fallen to team up with humanity and fight the Cabal. This is a little crazy, but it's not that far out there. Alright, I take that back. That was pretty far out there, but it would also be pretty damn cool. In any event, it is something very interesting to talk about. Bungie is extremely focused on little details. They have constantly dropped hints and clues throughout Destiny and even Halo's history, even about Destiny. There was the Destiny symbol present in Halo ODST. So Bungie is the kind of company that does not do things without a reason. The fact that there's no ghosts in the trailers is them trying to tell us something. If you want to know how subtle Bungie can be with these hints, guys, I made a video forever ago detailing the paper fortunes in Destiny. During the dawning, on like the last few days, you were able to go and open the Fortunes of the Lost treasure box, I think it was called, and you got a paper fortune. It was just a little thing. A lot of them were very funny, but some of them seemed to be hinting at stuff. One of them said that you defended the city once. You will be called on to do it again. And I said at that time, and some people were saying, maybe the last city will get destroyed. Maybe it will be under attack. And guess what? That was entirely correct. Bungie was quite literally dropping us a tiny hint there, saying, the city could be in trouble. You'll have to defend the city again. It literally said that. And a lot of people took that hint for granted. And so now we should take a look at these subtle differences, these little oddities, these small details in these trailers, because they really do mean big things and big consequences. Starting Destiny 2 with no ghost would be very, very interesting. You're likely again going to have to learn your skills all over again. In fact, in terms of gameplay and why they would do this, it makes sense, totally makes sense from a gameplay perspective. You have to learn everything again. You have to level up your guy again. You have to level up your Striker Titan again. But that would also give them a reason to introduce changes. They're likely not going to have the exact same Striker Titan as in Destiny 1 in Destiny 2. I think a lot of us would expect that. But how would they logically introduce these changes? Oh, suddenly Striker's different now? It doesn't make a lot of sense. But having to relearn everything, having to go to other people who have maybe acquired different knowledge and teach you these new skills and new abilities and new grenades for the Striker. And now you're coming back to fight the Cabal with an all new and improved Striker or Voidwalker or Golden Gun or whatever subclass you are familiar with and you choose. That is a great way to explain why these changes are being made and to explain why you have to go and relearn things in terms of a gameplay perspective. Additionally, one more very interesting thing that I mentioned earlier is that perhaps you regain your power by dabbling in the darkness. This didn't just come out of nowhere. Firstly, it's a great opportunity for Bungie to introduce a new subclass for each class. A darkness-inspired titan, a darkness-inspired hunter, where you gain abilities learned from the darkness. Now this may sound strange, right? Why would the Guardians dabble with the darkness? We are literally fighting the darkness, right? Well, maybe not so much. The first expansion for Destiny 2 has the symbol of Osiris. Osiris, not the actual PvP event, which is just icebreakers and no land beyonds. The actual character of Osiris is a warlock that was kind of kicked out of the tower, kicked out of the city, because he fought against the speaker. He was talking about maybe you don't really need the Traveler. In fact, what if the Traveler is the bad guy? And Osiris is well known for dabbling in the darkness. So, the first expansion, the picture of Osiris, a well-known guardian for dabbling in the darkness. Perhaps, again, that makes sense for a narrative standpoint, that we learn these darkness abilities, we have a darkness subclass in Destiny 2, and then we learn even more about that. Or maybe we get our darkness subclass with the first expansion of Destiny 2. Osiris teaches us those darkness abilities. Really interesting stuff there. Again, a lot of speculation for this video, but I think at the end of the day, some also very cool and interesting topics of discussion. So guys, I hope you enjoyed this video, found it interesting, and if you did, please remember to help the video out by simply rating and especially sharing. If you guys want to see more Destiny and Destiny 2 content similar to this, don't be afraid to slap that subscribe button. And if you actually want to get notified of new uploads, be sure to press the bell beside subscribe. If you guys want to get in touch with me and keep up to date with the latest channel activity, the best way is to follow me on Twitter at RickCacus. That's linked in the description down below, as is my Twitch channel, which you can also follow. Again, I hope you enjoyed the video, and as always, have a good day.